Yes! 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 Oh my God! Yes! Woo! Yes! I told you. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Yes! Yes! I told you. I told y'all. Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Yes! I told you. Yes! Man! God. Goddamn right. Yes! Stand up, nation. I don't want to hear no more of that crying. I don't want to hear no more of that. I don't want to hear no more, oh, we don't got a chance. I don't want to hear it. Yes! Yes! Woo! I don't even know what to say now. Yes! That's all I want to say. It's yes! Yes, I told y'all. I said I don't want to hear it. Everybody sitting up here crying and complaining and talking about bringing other people back. Yes! Yo, y'all, welcome to Raider Nation Unlimited, man. I'm your man, Wasted Talent, man. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. This has been brought to you by BetUS. This has been brought to you by BetUS. Get 150% off your first the wager. You get 125% off your next two. YouTube 150. Go over to BetUS. We got that out the way. Now let me get back to it. Yes! Pay your bar tabs. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Great game. Max Crosby. Max Crosby. Max Crosby. Man, that Max Crosby and Robert Spillane, man. Yo, I called on our leader. Everyone called on our leader to go out there and gift wrapped us this victory, and he did it. Max and Robert effing Spillane, baby. Brock Bowers, too. Devontae Adams dropped the ball, whatever, but God, man, yo, this was a great team victory, man. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Yo, man. Shout out to the Flying Wonderful, Yvette Niles. Raiders, let's effing go. Yo, my brother, Crypto Tales, man. Appreciate you, brother, with the $2 holler, man. Shout out to my dog, Crypto, man. Yo, John Q, you said it best. This was a Brock Bowers coming out party. A Brock Bowers coming out party, baby. Man, we got almost 500 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Mackie, I told you, Mackie. You should have went to the game, Mackie. And Mackie, you know you my dog. You should have went to the game, Mackie. You should have went to the game. I told y'all, man. All that 1:00 games nonsense, which is, yo, it matters. All of that, hey, Eastern time zone. Yeah. The referee, they toe hurt. The wind is blowing the wrong way. Who cares? We delivered the victory. Now on to Carolina. The excitement should be through the roof. I want to see all of y'all down the shore. Every single one of y'all down the shore. We will be rocking and rolling next week. Myself, Hammer, Big Mike, all the way from the West Coast, and my brother Graphic Raider. We will be rocking and rolling next week. Bar anticipation down in South Jersey. The presser will be starting. Man, my guy Island Kid with the $5 holler, man. Didn't plan on drinking after that win. I'm chugging a whole bottle of whiskey. F they talk about. Raiders. Yo, I don't know what they talk about, bro. But we 1-1. We 1-1. We are 1-1. You damn right. Everybody think I'm going crazy over here. My kids, look, my kids are older. They know their father is a certified nut when it comes to the Raiders. They know it. Look, man, game ball to Spill and Max Crosby. I cannot say it enough. Spill and Max Crosby, baby. Man, yo, salute to all of y'all out there, man. We 1-1. Yo, that was a huge victory, man. A huge conference victory, man. Yeah, Brock Bowers, bro. Already said it, Public Enemy. Brock effing Bowers. Brock Bowers. Yeah, I'm trying to calm down and give y'all something tangible here. I'm sorry. I probably should have waited about 5 or 10 minutes to hit the live button. I just couldn't wait to tap in with all of y'all, man. We got almost 600 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted, yo. My brother. Wow. Joe Capital Ramos with the $100 bomb. Wasted. I told myself if our guys went out there and got this dub, I would send you this dono. Raiders proved us all wrong. Also, let me see y'all speak bad on our head coach again. This man puts on a play calling masterpiece today. This man has Scout Reed and Harbaugh on the road. That's what the F I'm talking about. The one thing I can say about Antonio Pierce is that Antonio Pierce, when the moment is the biggest, when the money's on the table, when you gotta have it, that man shows up. The man showed up today, man. I don't want to hear nothing about getting rid of this guy. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm going to go full Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Joe, thank you, brother, for the $100 holler, bro. Appreciate you for supporting the channel. We got almost 600 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It was a full team effort. A full team effort. Hell of a great job coaching today. I can't look, and I'm going to be honest with you. When you start talking about Luke Getsy, today he got his name back. There was a hell of a lot of plays where he was scheming guys open. He did pretty good today. Luke Getsy gets a game ball today too. Luke Getsy gets a game ball. Luke Getsy gets a game ball. Luke Getsy gets a damn game ball, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find the Raiders presser. I gotta find the Raiders presser, y'all. I'm sorry, man. My crazy ass. I'm like out of breath, man. Might have to take my pump. Oh my Lord, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, man. I might have to take my pump, man. Man, what a total team victory, man. What a total team victory, man. This was phenomenal, man. You know, Gardner Minshew said after the game, he goes, I don't care what they doubt. Who doubts the Raiders? We believe. Minshew proved everybody wrong today, man. This is one victory. This ain't the Super Bowl, but I don't give a damn. I'm so happy, man. What a freaking victory by the Raiders, man. Yo, shout out to my guy, Cameron Papa. I'm sorry, Cameron. I had to take you down off the screens so I could be able to actually read, bro. All the people who trashed the Bowers pick, where y'all at? Security blanket for the next decade, future All-Pro. Bro, like I said, I wanted to raise a move for a quarterback. I tell you no lies. But Brock Bowers was one of the best players in this draft. You can't go against the logic of taking the best player available. You can't go against that logic, man. You can't go. Look, listen, Brock Bowers had his coming out party today. Shout out to Brock Bowers. He played effing phenomenal. Phenomenal. Public enemy number one. Bowers is the real deal. You damn right. You damn right he is, man. Damn right. It's a huge win. Take off the gloves of that offense, bare knuckle brawling, whatever it takes. Now, the thing that I still have some concerns with is we need to shore up that protection up front. It's getting a little egregious there in the middle of that offensive line. Now, Thayer Munford got beat twice. He kind of couldn't hear the snap count. He was looking in the backfield on that last sack. He got beat. And that kid from the Ravens, Owen now. Owen New. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name properly. I told you guys earlier this week, that kid is up next. That kid is a monster. If the Ravens ever let that kid get out on the free agent market, the Raiders need to do whatever they can to bring that kid in. That kid is a beast. He is going to be one of the best defensive ends in football very soon. Very soon. And the run game. If I have any if I have any criticism of Luke Getsy, is the way he's scheming up the runs. Sometimes, man, you got to chill out with the trickery and the nonsense, man, and just run power. And just run power sometimes. Because Zamir White, if you get him going downhill and in a power set, that's a big man. That's a big, fast man. You got to get him the ball. You got to, we committed to the run. But you have to commit to the run in the same way. We're committing to the run. We're running the football out of traditional pass sets. I would love to see the Raiders kind of commit to running some power, try to get that running game going next week against the Carolina Panthers, man. Caps, like I told you, how we won. I told you, we won. We played defense. The team stuck together. The offense got going at the right time, and the Raiders went out there and won that game. And just like I told you, Lamar Jackson, when the money's on the table, a lot of times it's very, very inaccurate. Very inaccurate. Big Mike, I don't know why you can't believe it. I don't know why you can't believe it. This is what happens, brother. This is what happens. I do not know why you can't believe it, Big Mike. Listen, man, I told y'all. Yo, whenever you see the media picking against a team unanimously, they always get egg on their face, bro. They always get egg on their damn face. They always do. Big Mike, the snooker champion, is in the place to be. My man Rich, that turnover was critical. Yes, it was, bro. Roberts, Spillane, and yo, shout out to Jacorian Bennett. Shout out to Jacorian Bennett, yo. Jacorian Bennett played very well, man. This is the confidence that the last regime should have put in that kid. We have two corners. We haven't really been seeing Jack Jones have to make big plays like that because on the outside of this defensive secondary, these guys are balling. Yo, we got over 700 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Daniel Caps Keeney. Yeah, I had to leave my house, pick my parents up, drop them off the airport, so I missed the last 5 minutes of the game. Magic happened. That's what happened, Caps. We're going to go over the game, man. We are going to go over the game. My guy, Big Mike, is in a place to be. Hey, Big Mike, check your inbox, bro. If you want to pull up, bro. Check your inbox on the gram, bro. Minshew almost lost the game, man. He was cockeyed, but still good for at least 2 turnovers that game. Yeah, man. We got to tighten it up, but you got to protect them, bro. The Niners lost. The Cowboys lost. Raiders win. Perfect weekend. Not really, bro. We need Kansas City to lose. Then it's a perfect weekend, brother. Then it'll be a perfect weekend, man. Man, what a terrific freaking game, yo. Yo, that pass interference, that was the right call. You know, you can't be grabbing Devontae Adams' shoulder pads, you know, and which you're not playing the ball. You don't even give him a chance to make a play on the ball. You cannot do that. Can't do that. Yo, the referees today, the officiating today, I have to give them, I have to tip my hat to them. They did a terrific job, and they didn't allow the home fans to influence them against really, really doing what they had to do. Shout out to my brother Shalid, man. Gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited memberships. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. My brother Shalib is in the place, man. My guy, Mr. Gio. Smoke your ish, talk your ish. Raiders, my dog. We got over 700 in here, yo. It's unbelievable, y'all. Unbelievable. My brother Ernest Wiley. Raider Nation just won, baby. Peace, wasted talent. Peace, my brother Ernest, man. What it is. Cole Miller is definitely struggling. We're going to get into it. I'm waiting for the presser. I got to make sure that I respond to all of these supers in here, man. Best defense in the league? Hey, man, they got to earn that, bro. They got to get deep in the playoffs to say all of that. As of right now, they are balling, yo. My guy, Nick. My guy, Nick, man. We read that one already. Sweet Jazz is in a place, yo. The offense just needed to get unlocked. Hats off to the offense for turning things around. Listen, everybody who we called out this week stepped up. They showed up, and they showed freaking out, man. Everyone that we called out this week, every single one of them. Shout out to Crosby. Shout out to Spillane. Shout out to Brock Bowers. Oh, my God. Shout out to Alexander Matson, too. Man. And shout out to Antonio Pierce. The only criticism I have on AP is not kicking that field goal. But I understand the logic behind it, man. So, yo, at least he let his nuts hang, man. Yo, this stream is powered by BetUS. Going over to BetUS, get your action in before the game start. Going over to BetUS, y'all. Check them out. You know, we had to take a pause for the calls really quickly, but y'all going over there, yo. Use code YouTube150 and tell them Wasted Talent sent y'all, man. Jacorian Bennett is the real deal. Yo, but Robert Spillane, man. Yo, my guy, Fudge. Mother effing Raiders. That's what the F I'm talking about, man. Man, yo. Divine Diablo did not play well today. Divine Diablo was making business decisions out there. I think if Antonio Pierce is going to sit anyone down, it is time to sit Divine Diablo on that pine. I saw him make some business decisions. I saw him, listen, and it's not easy to tackle Derrick Henry. It's not easy to tackle Derrick Henry. But it just seems like the way Divine Diablo goes about his business, it seems like he's trying to avoid contact. It might be time to put Gaynor or Masterson in full time. It's about that time. Divine Diablo did not have a great game. Divine Diablo needs to sit down. And I never, listen, I try not to do this because these players are people. Some of those guys watch our shows. I don't want to sit here from where I'm standing and disrespect a guy who's worked his whole life to do something that's doing it at an incredible level. Divine Diablo's in the last year of his deal. I think it's time for Antonio Pierce and for Patrick Graham to start reevaluating who they have starting at that second linebacker position. It's time. It's time, yo. My guy DDC. And we didn't even have to use our AK. Today was a good day. Just one, baby. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Completely different team. My guy Larry DM with the $5 holler. Thank you for the $5 holler, man. My guy Larry DM. Completely different team once Getsy abandoned his garbage small ball offense. He needs to keep doing what he did late in the third. But see, a lot of that comes from the fact that Minshew had time. Early in the game, Minshew didn't have. Now, some of those bullshit, little dink and dunk players are nonsense. I think Luke Getsy needs to really go on his play calling sheet and really amend his first 20 plays. His first 20 plays are garbage. They really are. Luke Getsy is going to have us playing behind the sticks all the time if he doesn't amend that. I hope next week the Raiders are allowed to let their proverbial nuts hang and go out there and really get loose, open this offense up, see what works for them, see what doesn't, because, you're going against a Carolina team that is woeful. My brother, Matt Barraquah, wasted, agree with you. Why don't we get Zeus going early and stick to it? Surely that will help the passing game later. Yes. This is an offense that is predicated off of play action passes. When Minshew has space to kind of maneuver in that pocket, Minshew can deliver the football. Now there's certain things that I see from Gardner Minshew. He seems a little tentative, right? But I think the longer he plays, you know what I mean, him getting a win like this is a big, big win for him. This was a big win for him. This is a big win for his credibility as a starting quarterback of this football team. But the O-line was trash, and that has a lot to do with the way Getsy's calling this, man. So I'm unceremoniously blocked. Kill all the 1-yard passes. Keep AP away from fourth down calls. Take points always. Another risky call. Great win. Max Devontae Bowers, game balls. Shout out to my brother Spider Mac in the place, man. Wasted has been on for a few already. Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. I've been rocking and rolling, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We go and look and see if the presser is on yet. Let's check if the presser is on. The presser has not came on yet, but we will get back to that. We got the post-game show rocking and rolling. The Raiders balled out. We're gonna have some numbers here. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for some special guests to pull up, man. But man, what a freaking great effort by the Raiders, man. What a great effort. What a great effort by the Raiders, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Their Mumford struggled a little bit today, though, guys. Their Mumford struggled a little bit today. My guy Slapnuts. He said, wasted. We can't just gloss over the O-line being pooped. Need to shake up desperately. Slapnuts. Bro, nobody's glossing over it, brother. We talked about that earlier. And I don't know if you just pulled in here. The line is a definite concern. And we can't have a situation where we're playing musical chairs at guard. The Raiders need to make some adjustments this game coming up because, the middle of that offensive line has been woeful. And Thayer Mumford didn't have his best game today. Neither did Colton Miller. All of those guys graded out pretty bad to me, except Andre James. Andre James, I saw him get bullied around a little bit, but Andre James did markedly better than he did last week. Markedly better, man. Yeah, we in the place to be. We got 800 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Pay your bar tabs. Hit that up like. Hit that subscribe, man. Yo, Minshew had time late because we kept the running back in and chipped with Mayer. Gotta help out the O-line because we can't protect. Yeah, bro, I don't know why it's such a novel concept for them to keep somebody in and chip. They're trying to get too ahead of themselves, man. They're trying to get too ahead of themselves. The first things first, when you come out there and you see you are dealing with such a dominant defensive front, you have got to get somebody out there to chip and help protect that quarterback. They left Gardner Minshew out on the island early in this game. They left him out on the island, man. But, man, AP answered the ball. AP answered the call, man. He answered the call, man. He definitely did. Joey Cheek, he says, wait, I think we found our identity today. I think we found our identity. Listen, I am overjoyed with what I saw from AP today, man. I think AP he showed up and he showed out. He got to a point where I think he's starting to find his footing as a head coach. I really do. Hats off to AP, the way he handled the end of the game. The only thing is that when you're in the plus zone, you got to get those points, man. You got to get those points because it would have been academic. It would have been academic, man. My brother, Mr. Cold-Blooded, a.k.a. Creamed Corn, is in the place. This is the best pre-birthday gift I could ever have. Add to the fact that Derek cooked the oh, man, nobody care about no DC. Man, we talking about the Raiders. Man, you about to get unceremoniously blocked. That F is wrong with you, Cliff. My dog, man. What's up, Cliff? My brother, man. Shout out to my dog, man. Dwayne B. Left tackle, Mumford. Left guard, Parham. Center, James. Right guard, Glaze. And right tackle, Dwayne. They're not going to take Colton Miller after all of these years and move him to no right tackle, brother. It is not going to happen. Not just late in this guy. I personally don't see that happening, bro. I don't think that's good for anybody. I think that Colton Miller at this point, you need to see exactly how healthy Colton Miller is going to get. You got to leave Colton Miller where the hell he is, man. You got to leave him where he is. I'm starting to think, though, that Andre James, the way he's been getting bullied around, you're going to see JPJ sooner than later. Yes, that's right. We shook up the world. Oh, my God, man. I told you. It ain't no surprise. It ain't no surprise, damn it. It ain't no surprise. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody. The presser's on now, y'all. Been waiting for it. We gonna go check the presser out. Let's see what we got going on. Gardner Minshew is up at the party. Y'all hear the presser? Hold on. Presser's on, y'all. The presser is rocking and rolling right now. Gardner Minshew is on. Yeah, we're gonna pull it up, y'all. We're gonna pull it up.
We got a lot going down the stretch. And just understanding, just to give them chances.
This is the second year in a row you had a comeback victory here against tough defense. What's been the key
Raiders press conference, everybody?
Man, I think just persistence, man. They present great challenges. They're always great against the run. They always rush well. When you come in here, it's going to be a 4-quarter game. Last year was 5 quarters, whatever. But no, you just got to keep playing, man. Keep playing. Keep giving yourself a chance. Defense came up huge for us. Special teams came up huge, and we found a way at the end.
What did you see from Brock today? His growth so far in the first 2 games.
You guys hear it?
He's awesome, man. He's so good. Like, great feel in zone, can get open in man.
Y'all rocking with the best. Wasted talent. This is.
He goes and makes a huge play for us.
This is Gardner Minshew at the podium.
Yo. Chemistry there.
What up, bro? Got the press conference.
I think
AP, first of all, congratulations on your first win as the official head coach. But you took 6.5 quarters, but your offense is starting now to find an identity. Can you talk about that identity, please?
Congratulations to our offense and our team, but we still got work to do. I love to answer that question, but there's a lot of meat on the bone. I'll be honest, we got to run the ball better. But I do say this: we came out in the second half, especially late in the third quarter, protected the quarterback. Quarterback did a heck of a job, playing pitch and catch. He's one of the best receivers in the game. And a young rookie really stood out today, and Brock Bowers. And I thought it was just a good job of our guys being resilient, having a hard hat mentality, keeping their composure, and being a more disciplined team.
Is that all it really took for Gardner to just get the protection? Because in the second half, the way he played.
Yeah, early on, we can blame a lot of people, but we had some breakouts of protection. It's not good enough because it happens on the first play where we got what we won, and quarterback doesn't have time. But once we figured that out, and communication got better, and guys gelling and said, enough is enough. They did a hell of a job in the second half.
Antonio, 13-0 over the last 9.5 minutes. That's complimentary football that you're talking about, offense and defense.
So that was the first one?
13-0 over the last 9.5 minutes of this game. Defense and offense complement each other. You talked about that a lot. I know it's almost a cliche, but does it literally sometimes just come down to that?
Yeah, and special teams. Right? They tackle inside the 20 game. Lamar, we need all three units to play at their best. You like doing it for 60 minutes, but, give it a shake, man. They all came together in the fourth quarter when we always talk about it, and all three phases showed a defense. Hey, what do you guys want to do? You want touchback or you want to cover? Hey, coach, want to cover?
Rocking with the best. This is your man. Wasted talent with Big Mike and Antonio Pierce.
At the end,
Big Mike is Antonio Pierce's younger brother.
Daniel Carlson goes out there and hits the game winner.
AP, you referenced a lot of meat on the bone, a lot of things. Or is it as a coach to fix stuff after a win?
Oh, big. And a win where we were 10-point underdogs, disrespected the National Football League. I've been in the game a long time. Not too many times teams get picked to lose by 10 points. Our guys took it personal, and that was good. And we got a lot of cleanup to do tomorrow.
How do you describe Devontae's ability to make big catches on the stretch? And obviously, he's a focal point. What do you see in Devontae in games like this?
Yes, I go back to when I first took over. It's like, hey, get the best, the ball. 12 targets, and again, wish we could have some more out there. But when you got your best guy, you're going to get somebody else, and you think you got an opportunity to make plays. And I thought Gardner, as the game went on, just kept taking shots, and either a penalty or big time catch, toe tapping by Devontae. It was just really good to see, man. And me and Tay had a good conversation late last night, and we kind of looked at each other with one of those nods and said, all right, let's go. And then, going for it on 4th and 2, we go to our best player. It didn't happen. Then later in the game, it does. Right? So really good job by Tay, man. And just our team in general. Tay has some drops too now, right? But then Tay came big when we needed him. That's the most important.
Speaking about best players, Max Crosby almost gets taken for granted sometimes, but he was sort of a man success out there.
Best player on the field today.
Yeah.
And that's what I asked. I asked our guys, their best versus our best. Who's going to be the best?
Now rocking with the best. This is your man, Wasted Talent. We got almost 900 in the room.
Stood up 17.
Get wasted with your brother, Wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Coach Mason about how close the team was, the closeness. So that kind of was key for a while today to come back from behind and kind of went down the stretch.
I think so. Because it was a dog fight in the first half. Probably wasn't pretty, going in half at 9-6. And I told these guys at halftime, look, we got to come out with a little bit more juice. And we did, but it didn't translate on the field in the third quarter right away. But what I love to see with our team, man, Spill's interception. I look out there, and there's like 50 guys on the field, or 40, whatever many guys dressed. We kick the game, win the field goal. All those guys out there celebrating. And it's just what I like to see when I turn around and look to the sideline, and I don't see nobody all on the field. I'm glad the officials haven't done anything to us. But just the celebration and the joy to watch each other make big plays.
You talked about getting off to a fast start this year. You go back on to Las Vegas now 1-1, going home for 2 games. How big was just being able to split those games?
Man, it's big. Our crowd has traveled outstanding the last 2 weeks. In LA and here in Baltimore late in the game, they showed up. But it's time for us to put on a show back in Vegas at home and take care of home and Raider Nation. We're coming. We're looking forward to you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, AP.
That was Antonio Pierce, our head coach. You are now rocking with the great and powerful Wasted Talent, everybody. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. I told y'all, it ain't no surprise. It ain't no surprise.
Man, I'm surprised, bro. I was surprised. It was the third quarter. The Ravens got that first score, the first touchdown. I was like, oh, man, it's just the way that the offense was playing those first 2.5 quarters. I was like, man, this could be a long second half. And I'm glad I'm wrong about it, man. I'm glad I'm wrong about it.
I am glad you were wrong about it too, my brother, because I'm going to be honest with you. When that Raider defense kept holding serve, I said, listen, you got to give this defense something to play for. They kept holding serve, and that was one of the big things. Really quickly, shout out to my brother, Big Mike, for pulling up. Man, Mike, thank you, brother. Yo, y'all got, if you guys haven't already, if you don't already know, going over to Big Mike Raiders on YouTube. Big Mike has a YouTube channel. If you don't already know, he is phenomenal at what he does. He is a Shieldmore brother in arms. I got to get to some of these supers. My guy, Uncle Adod, with the $10 bomb. Well, brother, I know one's seen this one coming, but us Raider fans. No one's seen this come but us Raider fans. Let's effing go. I F that up. And yo, shout out to Bet US, y'all. Shout out to Bet US. We got over 1,000 in the room. Get wasted with your brother, wasted, tell a friend to tell a friend. Like my man Anthony R. Hernandez said, today, yesterday, all week, any given Sunday.
That's right.
Let's go. My
That's
brother
right, man.
Anthony R. Hernandez. He kept saying it. So
Man.
Big Mike, man. Who are your game balls going to? Who are the people that stood out? And I know you're gonna say Max. We know that.
Yeah.
But who the game ball? What game balls are you giving out today, my brother?
Man, you know, I gotta give Max his credit just because, you know, after Minshew threw that interception, you got in his face and he told him, "We got your back, man," and he followed through on that word. So it's got to be emphasized. Yeah, you got to give Max Crosby that, and then Spillane played like a man with his hair on fire. Like just the defense in general. Ja'Cory Bennett, like he showed up big time. Like the defense is a full effort from this entire defense. So shoot, if I could give a game ball, shoot, the entire defense pretty much. I mean, I can name one person except for Divine Diablo. Divine Diablo is I don't know what's going on with him. You did say that he's making business decisions. I saw that, and I agree, because when you take on a Derrick Henry, you gotta hit him in the body. You can't arm tackle. And
pause, but you got to bring the wood. You got to bring the wood.
I didn't want to say it. You saw that.
Man, who, bro? We talking football, man. I ain't. Look, bro. I'm old, man.
Yeah, you got to lay a hat. Like you got to lay a hat on Derrick Henry, and he decided he wasn't going to do that. So that is a big problem moving forward. We got to start evaluating these linebackers. Masterson, Gaynor, those guys. We got to start evaluating. But the whole defense gets a game ball, man.
Yeah, man. Look, brother. Yo, we got over 1,000 in the room. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Shout out to everybody on Twitter. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Make sure you guys over here, we pay our bar tabs. Hit that thumbs up. Share this thing out to all social media outlets, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Now, look, let me ask you the question, bro.
Yep.
If you're going to replace a Divine Diablo, and I don't want to get negative, this is a positive show because we won. But if we were to replace Divine Diablo, who would be the guy that you card out there?
You got to initially go with Masterson. Initially, I will evaluate, Gaynor, give him some extra time, let him get acclimated to, the being in the league, being a professional. But probably by midseason or end of the season, you're looking at Gaynor to be that guy right next to Spillane. Because
look, when you talk about Eichenberg went out there, he played today. Got some of his first action of the season, was playing special teams.
Right.
He hasn't had enough pro reps to be out there messing around like that. So I support letting him stay on special teams. But I think if anybody, the guy that you got to get out there, you got to get Amar Gaynor out there. You got to go between him and Luke Masson. I think Amar Gaynor is the guy because of the speed and the size.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Luke Masson has the experience. He's played well at a high level, but Luke Masson is kind of on the undersized side. I think that's an issue with us. You have two guys that were converted from safety. With a guy like Amar Gaynor was converted from defensive end to linebacker.
That's true.
It's a big difference. That's a big, powerful man.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about the defensive Raiders running? They have like 5 men front. They did the same thing against the Chargers too. You have a 5-man front. You got 2 linebackers. They almost kind of give like a 3-4-ish look.
Yeah.
But it looks kind of like a bear because they'll bring that 6th guy. Sometimes they'll bring Nate Hobbs up on the line of scrimmage. It looks pretty good, man. If they're going to be running bear defense and they can run it successfully, this defense is going to be special this year.
Yeah, it is, man. Because the one thing about Patrick Graham, when he runs that 5-man front, it leaves this defense nice and kind of viable to be able to defend against like some of the spread concepts that people run in the National Football League. Right. So I love what he's been doing with that. and it also kind of disguises the fact that we are missing the pass rusher out there. So what it allows us to do is, sometimes he'll have Adam Butler out there almost playing like in the same vein as like a Justin Tuck, where he's playing on the outside, he's playing the edge. You know what I mean? So I love it, man. It gives us an opportunity to get our 5 best defensive linemen on the field.
Yeah, it's looking good, man. This defense looks, as advertised, they look elite. They look like, they're competing. They're going to be a playoff team. That's what they look like on defense. Now, offense, this offensive line has to really figure it out, man. Like, Cole Miller's scaring me. I'm not gonna lie to you. He does he fit in this type of offensive coverage, because for the most part he was a power guy, and now he's asked to move more laterally and things like that. So I'm a little bit concerned with Cole Miller, but they figured it out when it was time to. So that's really what matters.
Bro, yeah, they definitely did. But man, I just wanted to kind of get back into what you were saying, man, because I noticed that too, man, and I love how they do it. I mean, this is old school football. So what they're doing is they're using a nose tackle, 2 defensive tackles, and 2 ends. This is old school. This is like old school shit. This is like Chicago Bearish kind of football. This is old school football, man, and I love it, man. I love it. And the thing is, we have the kind of secondary that could sustain that. We have the secondary to sustain that. Now that Jacorian Bennett is playing and he's not a liability out there, I love the fact that we're allowed to send that hellacious front, and we got Robert Spillane that's being able to drop back in the coverage and do his job in the middle of the defense. Right now, Devon Diablo, him being a former defensive back, he held up today. He held up in coverage, but he didn't hold up, going after ball carriers. He was really, really getting dominated, and it's really, really to me, very, very concerning. But what I want to get into is I want to transition a little bit. The offensive line, Keystone Cops out there, brother. Keystone Cops out there. I mean, what do you make of Colton Miller? You were saying how he scares you, man. Do you think this is something that will be able to be fixed, man?
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt till after the 4th game. This is a guy who hasn't really got any reps in the preseason, even in practice. So. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for him to figure this thing out. But if it's after the 4th game and we're still seeing struggling from him, like, I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned because Odafe Owe had like 3 sacks against him. That's a big problem.
Hey, but Mike, you remember last week when we were talking about this game? Who did I speak about? Odafe Owe, man.
Yeah, you're right.
That kid is a monster. And I'm trying to tell everybody he's up next. So there's no shame in Odafe Owe going around him. There's no shame. There's no shame in that, but you are Colton Miller. He might get you for 1, maybe even 2, but 3 is egregious.
Right.
We know there's an issue there. And the problem is the fact that he's a tackle that has an issue with his shoulder. It's big for me. So the thing is it a strength thing? Is it a range of motion thing? Is the question. And I need to look at some film on him, or a confidence thing. But I'm thinking that he's having problems getting them hands up.
Yeah, I can see that. But Panthers come up next week. That's the best cure for, having some kind of doubt, if that is a doubt or confidence. So, we'll remedy a lot of things next week, especially on offense against the Panthers. So, and then the defense is going to continue doing what they're doing. So, this is at the right time. Home cooking against a team that's kind of struggling right now is a perfect time for it.
Yes, sir. Let me get to some of these supers. My brother, S. Dot with the $5 holler, man. Lamar Jackson is officially, unceremoniously blocked. F out of here, Lamar Jackson. It's been slammed on his back like the jabroni he is. Sweet Jazz with the $5 holler. We gonna change the name to Little Mike soon. Keep up the good work. Yeah, man. Look, Big Mike will never be Little Mike, man.
Yeah, that ain't happening, bro. Hey, I'm still 280 out here. Let's just keep it real, man.
I'm a old 280 out up in his piece, man.
Come on, man.
Yo, shout out to my dog, man. My guy Solomon Mitchell, absolutely a season-changing win. We effing did it. I love the nation. Here we come, baby. Now, look, guys, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Let's enjoy this win. We're going to start breaking down the Carolina game. You guys will see all of us at Bar Anticipation next week. We will be rocking and rolling. We will be juking and jiving. It is going to be a most splendiferous occasion. No one does live events like Shieldmore. My guy, Ron Just Us, gifting 10 Raider Nation Unlimited memberships. Shout out to you. Thank you for supporting the channel, my brother. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. So Big Mike, man, the run game. I'm having some issues with the way Luke Getsy is scheming up runs. Why do you think that Luke Getsy will not just run power and get in a conventional run set and just run the damn football normally?
Man, that's a tough question, man. I think that, you know, these offensive coordinators, they stuck in their ways. They're going to keep going until they get fired. That's pretty much how it goes with offensive coordinators running the same thing over and over. They're real stubborn in their ways. So it's going to have to take somebody to come in and, you know, kind of have that heart to heart with them, almost like an intervention. Like, hey, man, this isn't working. We got to get the run game going. We can't rely on a week-to-week basis, you know, Gardner Minshew bailing us out. You know, that's not going to ever be a recipe for winning. So I don't know if they need like a, you know, a heart-to-heart intervention or something, but it definitely needs to happen because this run game was non-existent for 3.5 quarters. And they closed it out. You know, I'll give them that, but we need more consistency in the run game for sure.
Yeah, shout out to my guy GA Patriot. He goes, should have kept Hunter Renfrow. Kid knows how to tackle. shout out to GA Patriot, man. Shout out to my brother DeMarquise Waller. Gainer time, Diablo had his chance. Shout out to my guy DeMarquise, man. Yo, my guy S. Dot wasted. All we need is a 6-man O-line. Parham at tight end, Meredith Powers and Pete. Yo, so this guy will not let this junk go, yo. My dog, Joseph Tappy with the $2 holler, man. News on that fake Paulie G post about Max limping. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. We gotta look into that, man. Hold on. I'm gonna go on Twitter and check that out, yo. Yeah, my guy Rusey Rock. Adams with that smooth criminal Hall of Fame catch on the sideline. Yes, sir. He had a smooth criminal drop too.
Yeah, for real.
Yo,
it's a game.
Yo, so wait, there's a report that Max is. I mean, it's after a football game. I mean, if you've never suited up and played football, bro, you're always limping after a game. To be quite honest with you, I think Max is all right, man. I think Max is all right. Did you hear anything about that, Big Mike?
No, I didn't hear anything about it, but I'm not concerned, man. Even this week, we might see him. You know, he'll be on that injured list and he'll be limited, things like that. But he'll be good to go. This man played with a knee that he almost lost his damn knee last year. Let's keep that in mind, guys. This guy's not gonna just not be on the field. Like, he's gonna play. I'm not concerned at all, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, yo, what do you make of AP when he got in Luke Getsy's face on that sideline, bro? Yo, you know what it looked like to me, bro? It looked like Suge Knight about to hang Vanilla Ice over the balcony, bro. Yo, bro, you got to see how AP went and got up in that man mix, bro. I got to show you.
Man.
Look at that. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Yo, you see Luke Getsy looks shook, bro.
Yo, my man Getsy got the 1,000-yard stare right now, bro. He's not. I'm not looking at nobody.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna keep these shades on, bro.
Yeah, man. Cool. Look at AP. AP looked like he was about to hit that man with some ill intent, pain, right? Violencia. Luke Getsy was shook. Y'all see that right there?
That's wild, bro. That is
y'all
wild.
See that right there? I love it, man. I love it, yo. I love it, AP. Hey, man. Listen, so let me ask y'all a question, man. Gardner Minshew. Does Gardner Minshew look a little shaky to you still back there?
Today, I have to blame it on the offensive line. That was the reason why he looked shaky. I'm not. I mean, that interception was bad. I'll give you that, right? Like, but for the most part, I'm cool with him being the starter for now. I'm cool with him being the starter. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think that Aiden O'Connell can do any better. So, especially with the shaky O-line like this, I think that, you know, we're going to roll with this dude. But the offensive line has to be better. If we have a bad offensive line, you know, Gardner Minshew is going to struggle. He's going to look real bad. And it'd be kind of unfair for us to blame it on him 100%.
Yeah, it is. And I feel like, you know, the play that you had out of Gardner Minshew with the Indianapolis Colts is because they have a better offensive line. Man.
Right. Yep.
I mean, but let's get into some of the numbers of today, man. Robert Spillane, 12 tackles, 10 solos, 1 pick.
Man.
What a terrific game by Robert Spillane, man. You gotta give Robert Spillane the credit that he is due, man. That man has been playing like he's got his freaking hair on fire, man. That man is balling. I'm waiting for some of the numbers to come out We're going to go over some of the stats of the game, guys, really, really soon. Shout out to the over 1,000 people in the chat. Look, man, let me tell y'all something, man. This game by the Raiders, man, is an indictment on the fact that, any given Sunday, man.
Yeah,
Any
I
given
mean,
Sunday.
you know what else too? Like, we've been hearing all off season that this team is really gritty. They work hard. They're one of the hardest working teams that, there's beat writers that said they're one of the hardest working teams that's like in the NFL and things like that. And you hear that and you're like, all right, that's cool, but I got to see it. Today we saw that. We finally saw what the Raiders are bringing on a week-to-week basis as far as, hey, we're gonna outwork you. We might not have the most talent on the field, but we're gonna outwork you. And then that's what we saw this week, and it equated to a win, man.
Nah, it definitely did, bro. And the thing about it is, they look, man, they had an uphill climb, man. They had an uphill climb winning this game.
Yep.
They had an uphill climb winning this game. But to be real, man, they are built for that. They are 100% built for that. This Raider team is dug in. They got conditioned, and they knew that this was going to be a defensive led football team. And their conditioning is phenomenal. I loved how they got a little Nesta J. We had a Nesta J. Silvera sighting out there.
Yeah, yep.
I love that. I love how they got Nesta out there. I loved how they kind of went and did their thing with some of the substitutions, bro. This is something that I spoke about earlier today. You definitely have to freaking, give it up to Antonio Pearson the way he went and handled that game, man. Now,
I think this is his best coaching job since he's been a head coach. I think, and you could say the Chiefs game last year, but I think this one exceeds that just because this is a team that's not a division foe, right? So you're not very familiar with them. You go on the road and an East Coast game and you're down 10 points and you still figure out a way to win. I think this is his best job yet, man.
Yeah, I think it ranks right up there with the Chief game. I really do. Yeah. You gotta go out there and you gotta show up big time. Now after the win, Max Crosby had big stuff to say, man. Max Crosby said, "Let him talk that shit." Defensive end Max Crosby told owner Mark Davis after the game. I loved it, man. He said, "We going back at it. We gonna back it up. We gonna back our shit up." Gardner Minshew also said he had some words. He says, "I don't care what they doubt. We believe." He told CBS Sports, man. He said, "We're going to continue to get better. We got the right people to do it. As long as we got that, we're going to be all right." The Raiders didn't always look like they were going to come out of this, man. And I want to see if the Raiders can get to a place where they can play a little bit more under control, man. The team was down 23-13 heading into the fourth quarter. This is one of the first times in 49 tries that the Raiders have come back in a game where they were down by 10 points, man. We scored 13 unanswered points, man, en route to this win. This was high-level defense, bro. High-level defense, man. Yep. Now, Max Crosby on today had 2 sacks, man, 4 tackles for loss, man. He was disruptive. He was everything that we expected. And this is a guy who was the man who went to the owner and banged on the table for AP. And he went out there and he backed it up for him. And I love it, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, if he would have lost this game the way it was looking like after about midway third quarter, we would have been talking about AP, like it was just the right decision and things like that. And this team proved that they actually made the right decision because AP's got these guys believing. They got these guys playing hard even when the back is against the wall. And that's what you want from a team. That's what you want from a team who may not necessarily have the best talent on offense, but on defense, they're in a third year of a system. They figure everything. They seem like they're figuring things out, and they look elite. So this is exactly what you want. And next week we got a team in the Panthers that's going to be, they're struggling, and I think that this is a perfect time. Get that momentum going, man. If we take down 2 in a row, man, this team it's a sleeping giant, bro. It's a sleeping giant.
So coming up on the menu, we have the Carolina Panthers and we have the Cleveland Browns, and after that we have the Denver Broncos. Yeah. So this could be a nice little run for the Raiders. Let's concentrate on getting that Carolina game first and foremost, but this could be a nice little run for the Raiders, man. Now I just want to give you guys a little bit of I want to make you guys happy. Do you guys that know in knockout pools across America, 29% of people selected the Raiders in their survivor pool this week, right? Only 29%, right? which was one of the two teams that received double digits interest, right? The Los Angeles Chargers were a close second. They had 27% of users picking them, right? They cruised to a win. So with this win, it eliminated 43% of users.
Man, here we go, man. I love it.
Yo, that's right. That's what y'all get for going against the Raiders. Get the F out of here, you effing bums, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yo, let me get to some of these supers in the chat, man. My God. I believe Minshew was playing scared. He probably thought if he threw a pick, he would get benched. After he got that pick out of the way, he was still able to play within himself and played a bit relaxed. Yo, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I think with this win, Gardner Minshew will be able to play a lot freer. We got over 1,100 in the room, man. This is amazing. Yo, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Y'all hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. Yo, my guy, Mo Wilkins. More money. Wilkins really frees up Max. Imagine if they had a premier DE on the other side, bro. It would be very hard to imagine. It would be very hard to imagine, yo.
Yeah, hey, and help's gonna be on the way the next coming weeks. So, Kuntz gets back on the field. Hopefully he's 100% when he comes back. This defense is gonna look even better, man.
Sure the hell is, man. Sure the hell is, bro. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I am psyched, bro.
Yeah,
I am psyched, bro. I'm psyched, man. And I'm hoping that Kuntz is coming back. Now, the thing is, Kuntz is a guy who's out here that's on IR for the first 4 games of the season. Have you heard anything behind the scenes about how Kuntz is doing? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I've been asking around. I have not heard anything. I want to have a conversation with Uncle Hondo and see what happens. I'm going to hit Hondo up tonight, right? But what do you think? I think the fact that the Raiders had the foresight not to shut Malcolm Kuntz down is a good sign.
Yes.
Especially because it was a non-contact injury, right? So, I'm hoping they can get the swelling down. I'm hoping, whatever's wrong with his knee. I'm sure if it was something structural, like a tear or something like that, they probably would shut him down for the season. So whatever's wrong with Malcolm Kuntz, it'd be a great thing if we can get Malcolm Kuntz rolling. And to be honest with you, I know this sounds really messed up from a contract perspective. This is something that the Raiders could probably use to keep Malcolm Kuntz in the building, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact because you give him a 1-year prove it deal, prove this whole season next year. You can stay upright, and then you'll get your big payday. Right now, yeah, the Raiders got all the advantage at this point.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do, man. Now, guys, when you talk about Zamir White, and this is one thing I wanted to ask you, Mike, what do you think the issue is? Do you think it's all offensive line, or do you think there's a little bit of part of Zamir White not having vision? I remember when we took Zamir White, and we all talked about it the year they took him. You were never really a huge fan of Zeus.
Yeah.
Never. What are you seeing when Zamir White has been running the last 2 games, man? Because he looks powerful. He looks fast. He looks like he has all the physical tools to make things happen and move and shake. It just has not been looking that way, man.
He's very north-south. And, cut-wise, he's not going to really do too much cutting. He's a downhill kind of runner. And what I'm seeing from him is that, especially in the wide zone, you got to be a little bit patient and wait for that lane to open. And as soon as you find that lane open, you got to hit it and you got to, get there quick. With him, he's just, I'm going to get there quick. And the problem with that is he's running right into defenders. That's what I've noticed with him. So to me, they need to figure out the run game. Maybe you do go back to a power scheme or mix a little bit of both, because it doesn't seem to be working with Zamir White and his running style.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. I mean, and the thing that is a little weird about Getsy's offense now, Luke Getsy has some air raid concepts in his offense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like some of the runs that he designs. It's not advantageous to the skill set of a Zamir White and a power running back. I think that's why Madsen shines when he's in the game, because it's more of a guy who is like a combo back that has those receiving skills, a shiftier guy. With a power back like Zamir White, you got to run power with Zamir White, man. And I think Getsy probably would see that better if he were to go up in the booth. I wanted to bring this up, everybody. Do you think that Antonio Pierce puts Getsy up in the booth? Because that did wonders for Patrick Graham, man.
Yeah. You said it perfectly. You said it perfectly, bro. Like I was about to say, we were talking about how much his defense struggled early last year, and then soon as Graham went up into the booth, the defense was a complete 180. You saw a complete change on how play calling was happening, execution because of the play calling. Hey, maybe Getsy does need to go upstairs, man, because right now it's not working what he's doing.
Yeah, not at all. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the over 1,100 people in the chat. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. My guy, Frank Nebles. Minshew excels when he throws the ball because of his college coach Mike Leach, one of the creators of the air raid offense.
Yeah.
That's a fact. He played at Washington State under Mike Leach. Mike Leach, created the air raid offense. He was one of the creators. He wasn't the creator, but he actually fine tuned it. And one of his, most productive quarterbacks running that offense is Cliff Kingsbury.
That's right.
I'm looking at this whole air raid thing, right? Luke Getsy has some air raid concepts in his offense. I'm thinking that, Antonio Pierce, I'm thinking that Tom Telesco must like people who run some of that air raid stuff. Now, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Some of them older coaches in that building need to get in their ear and get them in some more traditional run sets because it's getting atrocious out there. My guy Matt Barraquah, wasted. Our run game was never better than when we had that German. Oh yeah, Jakob Johnson, man. Yeah, shout out to Jakob. Shout out to. We don't even have a fullback in his offense, but the thing is, I could see the Raiders running 13 personnel and maybe having Harrison Bryant being a fullback with his hand on the ground, having 3 tight ends on the field at the same time. I mean, I could see something like that. What do you think, man?
Yeah, 13 personnel is the perfect call for it. Especially, you can even put Michael Mayer back there as a fullback. He's been a better blocker, since he's arrived. Since his rookie year, he's improved immensely. So you can have him kind of motioning from tight end, maybe even that H-back, kind of move him around a lot, just kind of, disguise some things and just have him be a lead blocker. That would work a lot too.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, bro, the thing is, what I want Brock Bowers blocking as little bit as possible. I need Brock Bowers out there. Brock Bowers and the way he was used by Luke Getsy essentially opened up Devontae Adams. It was very, very hard for them to just bracket Devontae Adams because of his presence on the field. He has to be accounted for every play of the game. The kid is box office. He has shown up and showed out in a way that I was not expecting, bro. I was not expecting,
man. I'm a believer now.
Bro, I am a believer, man. When I saw that boy getting off today, man, I was just like, God, wow. Man, I was excited, man. Really quickly, y'all, I want to let you guys know that this stream has been powered by BetUS, America's #1 sports book. Guys, what I need you to do is go on over there and mess around with BetUS, man. Go get some of that action, that late night action when it comes to gambling, man. Go over there and get some late night action, man. And for your first 3 deposits, your first deposit will be 150% of your initial deposit. Your next 2 deposits will be 125% of your first 2 deposits are the first 3. And guess what? After you do that, you go on over there, you use YouTube 150, spelled YouTube 150 on BetUS. You will get that promo code and you will have access to that promotion. Because let me tell you something, when you're talking BetUS, man, you're talking a website where you get 24/7 personalized service 365 days a year. You get 10% back on your net losses twice a year. And did you know BetUS can give you your very own personal account manager? Guys, there's no other sports book you want to deal with. Fastest payouts in the industry, man. You got to go on over there. Dial YouTube 150 for the promo code. Go on over there, support BetUS, guys, and tell them Wasted Talent sent you, man. So Big Mike, man, we got some more. The chat is going crazy. Guys, get your questions in. We're gonna stay live a little bit longer, man. Big Mike, you gonna hang out with me or what, man?
Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah.
You got me. Thanks, bro. My guy, Ace Spivey's in a place, man, and Kevin Nash Shilmore. Bowers and Crosby were dogs today. My brother, Ace Spivey, that's an understatement. My guy, Darth Raider, Brock Bowers. Going out the grab. Yo, my voice is messed up, and it's crazy, Mike, because you know what? I have to sing next week.
Oh, shoot. All right.
I have to sing. Had a death in the family. They want me to sing at the funeral, and I got to stop yelling like a damn maniac, bro. but it is what it is, man. Yo, listen, somebody's talking about BetUS. You guys will get unceremoniously blocked talk about my sponsor. Jack Jones, let's effing go, man. Yo, would love to see Getsy go to a 6-man protection to buy more time. I think that is something that has to be discussed. You cannot continue to have, Gardner Minshew, even though he does have some mobility, to get harassed like that. You cannot have something like that happening, y'all. You cannot have it, man. Hold on, guys. You know what, man? I am running out of steam here, man. My voice is all messed up. I've been yelling like a maniac, man. It is time to call the talented, the wonderful, and praiseworthy Mrs. Wasted Talent, man. Hold on. We got to take a pause for the cause. I am calling my wife live on air. Mrs. Wasted Talent, how are you?
Hey, babe.
Hi, sweetheart. Sweetheart, could you do me a favor? I need a cup of coffee and a water, please, because my voice, I've been screaming like a maniac. I know you can hear me. I know the girls are terrified. I am sorry. The Raiders have won. We have over 1,100 people in the room. My wife is going to hook me up with some coffee, everybody. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Yo, tell her hello for the nation. She knows. I'm sure. You know, it's funny. The only one in the family who watches my streams is my youngest daughter.
Oh, man.
Yeah, my youngest daughter watches because my youngest daughter is a Raider fan too. I passed that. I mean, my oldest daughter is a Raider fan, but she's not as diehard as my youngest daughter.
So she's gonna be deep in the weeds like we are then.
Yeah, man. Yes, she is. Yeah, she has been cursed, man. My little twin is my little twin is my twin in every way of the word twin, bro. She acts like me. She loves the Raiders. She's crazy, man. It's unbelievable, yo.
Bro.
A guy more money, you're wasted. No one realizes how much those bad challenges cost the Ravens. Those timeouts were costly. Yes, man. Yes, they were, man. And see, it's funny, man. There's a certain amount of equity. It's a certain amount of equity that you build up winning in the National Football League for a long time. So, I like John Harbaugh. He's not going to get criticized by the media the way a person like Antonio Pierce would. Antonio Pierce has not built up the equity with Raider Nation. Right? So when Antonio Pierce makes decisions like that, he has to make sure that he gets the right, he has the right data behind him. So if it doesn't go right when he goes to the media, it doesn't look like he's just shooting from the hip. See, the thing that we don't want to see from this organization is we don't want to see dysfunction and we don't want to see non-professionalism. We want to see professionalism. We want to see, the front office making great decisions. We want to see our coach making great decisions, and we want to see it backed up by data.
That's right.
That is what we would like to see. I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody, but that's me as a fan. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah,
man.
And you know what? Like as much as bad as Harbaugh with his timeouts were, AP with his timeouts and his decision making in this game was excellent. Like he's learning on the fly. He's improving on a week-to-week basis, man. And I think that also needs to be mentioned this week instead of talking negatively, because people aren't talking about it. People aren't talking about how great he managed this game this week. He managed the game about as good as you can. So
the maturation of Antonio Pierce, of Antonio Pierce. And for everybody who was out there talking about they can do this and they can do that, and Antonio Pierce don't know what he's doing, and we should have got Harbaugh and all this stuff.
That's a tutorial that says you know what the fuck you doing.
That is right. You watched the tutorial, goddammit. Because Antonio Pierce put on a damn clinic for all you bums.
Yes, sir.
F out of here, man. Shout out to everybody in the room, man. Y'all get y'all questions in. Get your questions, get your comments in, man. We are rocking with my brother Big Mike. You are now rocking with the best. Wasted Talent. We are rocking and rolling. We are over an hour in here, man. This offense is not what we want it to be. But to see us put it together and put a win while down on both sides of the ball doing their thing is what we were looking for. Pastor Raider, I couldn't have not said it better myself, man. Just win, baby. Just win, baby. Johnny Kicknuts, the greatest name in YouTube history, says it is time to glaze up. John, what the F is going on here, Johnny Kicknuts? What the F is wrong with you, man? Johnny Kicknuts, I'm sorry. First one of the day.
Angry man, what you doing here? Man, set your ass down.
How you set your ass down, Johnny Kick? What the F is wrong with you? Being a YouTube GOAT, the hell is wrong with you? Swain, I didn't see Tommy Eichenberg get any snaps at linebacker. I saw him on special teams, though. I don't think you will see Tommy Eichenberg getting these snaps in the first couple weeks of the season. You got to realize he missed a lot of the preseason, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna take him some time, man. It's
Yes.
gonna take some time.
Yo, my guy, Derek Costantino. The offensive line is so bad that we need something to happen very soon. I mean, but for the first time in a long time, this defense is elite. You damn right, Derek, man. You are damn right. My guy, Richard Dushok. Spider White 2 Banana, man. Hey, man. Shout out to that guy, man. Shout out to that guy. Yo, I thought Zamir White would have a bigger impact on these games. The O-line is still average at best. How do we get better? I think they need to find a mixture of guys, and I think they need to really, really sit down and be honest about where Colton Miller is at this point in his career.
Right.
I think for us to allow Colton Miller to go out there when he's clearly not even 80% of the player that he should be is a disservice to the rest of this team, is a disservice to Gardner Minshew, it's a disservice to Colton Miller's legacy as a Raider. I think the Raiders really, really need to evaluate how much Colton Miller has left in the tank, and then they need to recalibrate how they're going to move forward with that.
Yeah.
So people saying change the blocking scheme. It's too late in the game. Listen, James Craig is a damn good coach. He's a damn good coach. This is more so about execution, man.
Yeah. I mean, you can add to what they're doing. Maybe you can add a couple plays where you're running power, but you can't change completely your philosophy. You do that in the offseason. You can't do that now.
Yeah, man. That's the kind of stuff that really, really bad 1 in 16 football teams do.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm sure that doesn't happen in today's NFL. The game's too damn the game's too complicated. It's not the 80s and the 70s, man, where they can go out there and like make these major sweeping changes in the middle of the season. Really quickly, my brother Mo Money wasted. Do you think they make any trades before the deadline? I think that's contingent on where the Raiders are. Is it contingent on our record? Are we fighting for a playoff positioning? Are we in the playoff picture? Do we have a gaping need at that point? If we're in the playoff picture, is the team firing all cylinders? That's the question, right? And then it all depends on who's available, who's bad, who's trying to dump a salary, right? So I think that it's a very nuanced question. I think the Raiders make a move if it makes sense for us, right? And what that means is financially, does it make sense for us as far as upgrading this team right now?
Right. Yeah, and I mean, who would you add? The defense is already good, right? Like to me, I don't think we need to add. We just need to continue the guys we have, get some guys healthy. Offense, maybe you can add another offensive lineman, but that's going to take some time to figure out. And that's pretty much the only thing that we can add is another offensive lineman, maybe a running back. But even then, it takes a few games. For them to kind of figure it out too. So if we do that, we would definitely have to be in the mix with the playoffs and play the long game. And by the time we're in the 12th, 13th game, our trade is going to benefit. We're going to benefit from making that trade. But it only works if we're in a playoff race.
Yeah, man, it only works because you want that trade to bear fruit this season. It's always good to make a move that's going to forevermore lead you into the future. But a lot of trades that happen in season are with players with like little to no time left on their deal.
Right.
So that's the thing. So when you make deals like that, these got to be deals that are relevant and pertinent right now. Yo, my God, EBK Young Bull with the $5 holler, he got to be from either South Jersey or Philly, man. he got to be saying Young Bull. I feel like Getz needed to struggle in order to find his rhythm of his offense. You know what? Yes and no, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he needed to struggle, but I know he needed to find his footing with this roster.
Yeah.
That's point blank, period, yo. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because, like, for one, with us, like, he was never our first pick, in Raider Nation. And even the Raiders brass, they didn't pick him first. And then second is we saw the struggles in Chicago. So, when you see him struggling first two games or first game and a half, you're like, man, this isn't going to work out. But with any offense, it takes some time to figure it out. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt until the season's end or mid-season where we can really 100% be like, this isn't working. So
no, that is a fact. That is a fact. Yo, shout out to my guy Ace. How many sacks did Miller give up? 3 or 4? I think he gave 3 sacks up. I've not got the final tally on the numbers. Before I get off the air, we will be getting those tallies. Shout out to US
maybe
to
4.
Yeah, he might have gave up 4. I gotta look, man. I was so excited. I didn't do it. I didn't do my homework before I jumped on the air. I just hit the line. Soon as we won and the clock went 0, I went crazy, yo. I went crazy, man. AP goes with the Raiders win. Shut y'all mouths up, bitching. Where's your bad mouth in the Raiders now? Shout out to my guy AP, man.
Man, yeah, we proven wrong, man. Man, this feels good. This one feels good for sure, man. For sure.
I can tell you happy because you're really, really sound like Mike. You always very, very laid back, but you're way more laid back than you normally are, Mike.
Yeah, man. Because when we lose, I'm pissed off, bro. I'm pissed off. I'll be loud, but when we win, I'm like, all right, we're good, man. I don't have to hear people's mouths all week. You know what I mean? Like you know how it is. You go to work with some of them Raiders. Like I don't have to hear none of that this week, man. So
yeah, man.
It's a relief, bro. It's a relief.
Bro, what we don't want to happen is wasted. We need not to look over Carolina because they will want to show up like we're flukes. Bro, look, let me read that over again. Wasted. We need not to look over Carolina because they will want to show us up like we are the flukes. I read that wrong. I'm sorry. But you're right. Bro, so let me ask you a question. A few keys to the game, man, going into Carolina, man. What adjustments would you like to make, brother?
Offensive line play. That's the first thing. We got to improve that. We got to tighten that up. Quarterback, let's ride the momentum, right? Let's get the run game going. Whatever we got to do, throw some wrinkles in there. Maybe, a couple of plays we're running power block scheme, things like that. I don't know if we have time to install something like that real quickly, but something like that. And defense, keep doing what you're doing. That's it.
That's guy Joshua H said the same thing, man. More power runs. I think the power run game would open this offense up mightily for the Raiders. I really do, man. The power run game is something that's missing. I don't understand why they don't have more power sets, especially with a guy like James Craig, a guy that comes from the 49er tree.
That's right.
Now, with Luke Getsy had a problem with scheming up power concepts with Chicago. This might be a Luke Getsy thing. I think the Raiders' brain trust need to put their heads together and do a little tweaking of that playbook as far as when it comes to that run game, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. They got a bunch of coaches, a few Hall of Fame-ish kind of coaches and guys that have been around for a while. They need to figure it out. They need to figure out and install some stuff, and let's change it up, man. We can get this run game going.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. There's only one guy that is Hall of Fame-ish that's even in this whole little consortium, and he's not even a coach on our staff, and that's Tom Coughlin. Marvin Lewis will not. The only way Marvin Lewis is going to the Hall of Fame is if he buys a ticket.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Joe Philby.
The only thing is, like, he was part of a great defense with the Ravens years ago. You know what I mean? And he did his thing. With
his pictures in the Hall of Fame. His pictures in the Hall of Fame being the defensive coordinator of the 2001 Ravens. That's the only way. He's not.
Hall of Fame adjacent.
He ain't even bro. Come on, dog. That dude ain't adjacent. Man, get the F out of here. Yo, John Gruden has more of a chance to get in the Hall of Fame than Marvin Lewis.
Ooh, I don't know, bro.
John Gruden won a Super Bowl as a head coach.
Yeah.
Marvin Lewis ain't even win a spelling bee as a head coach.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, bro. Hello in here, man.
You're right.
F out of here, Big Mike.
You're right, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
The only way he's going to the Hall of Fame is if he goes to Canton, Ohio, and waits in line like we do.
I'm not saying he'll ever make the Hall of Fame, but neither is Gruden either.
No, hell no.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
no. The only way if Gruden does an interview there and be like, "Hey, man, hey, that popcorn guy, man, I love his game, man. Let me show you guys a little something. Let me draw this up, man. See that popcorn guy, man? You see how when he goes and grabs the popcorn, brings that backer here. You know what I mean? Puts butter. All right, let me stop. Let's stop with the Gruden stuff,
man,
yo.
I thought you retired that, bro.
Nah, I did, man. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Yo, man. Oh my God, man. My guy Kevin BMW, man. Shout out to you. Does anybody know what sickness John? Bro, I don't know what Jackson Powell Johnson has. If the Raiders have not, released it, I don't know. I know I saw him on the sideline cheering. So that's a good good thing. When you see Jackson Powell, he was right there on the sideline. After that big Devontae Adams play, you saw him on the sideline. He didn't have his pads on. He didn't dress, but he was on the sideline. So I love that, man. Yo, my guy, S-Dot, wasted. And Mike, in your opinion, in history, what are y'all most dominant favorite run blocking tight end and his height and weight? Bro, stop. This guy's trying to do with the Dylan Parham stuff. Listen, the best blocking tight ends I've ever seen in my life are Rob Gronkowski,
Okay.
and Mark Bavaro.
Okay.
Rob Gronkowski and Mark Bavaro. Now I don't know.
The one guy that pops into my head is old boy that was on the Titans, Frank Wycheck.
Yeah, Frank White. Yeah, shout out to him. God bless his soul too. Frank Wycheck passed away earlier over the winter. Man, he fell and hit his head and bled out. Shout out to Frank Wycheck. But Frank Wycheck was more of an H-back. He kind of played fullback too.
See, but you know, he was, you know, part of putting Eddie George on the map with that too, as far as blocking too. So that's the guy that pops.
Do you think he's a tight end though? Do you view him as a tight, like just a full tight end? Because Frank Wycheck was kind of like a fullback too, man.
Yeah, he was a hybrid kind of dude. He was a hybrid dude, but you know, you put him anywhere, fullback, tight end. He was, you know, you could put him as a lead blocker. He was doing his thing, even though they had Lorenzo Neal there for a little bit. But
yeah, Lorenzo Neal was a devastating blocker, man. But Mark Bavaro was 6'4". He was 245 pounds, but he played in the 80s, right? So 245. But Mark Bavaro was a beast. Yeah, Mark, as far as blocking, bro, and Rob Gronkowski is an animal, bro.
Yeah.
Rob Gronkowski,
he's greatest tight end of all time, man.
Yeah, Rob to me, Gronk to me is him and Tony Gonzalez. Take your pick. Those are two greatest tight ends of all time that I've ever seen. Him and Tony Gonzalez were phenomenal, bro. But Gronk was a big boy, though, man. Gronk was a big boy, man. I think what was Gronk, like 6'7" or something like that? I'm looking it up right now.
I think he was about 6'7".
Was Gronk, man, like 6'7"? Yeah. Rob Gronkowski, it's not popping up. Rob Gronkowski,
probably 270 or something like that. 270, 270.
Yeah, that was a big boy. Rob Gronkowski's height. Let me put it in. Hold on. I'm pulling it up on the Rob Gronkowski was 6'6".
6'6", okay.
Rob Gronkowski is 6'6", man. Freak 265.
Yeah, see,
6'6", 265. So basically, to S. Dot's point, he's damn near bigger than Dylan Parham. Yeah. S. Dot, man, get the F out of here, man, with the $10 holler, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, but Mark Bavaro and Rob Gronkowski, the two best blocking tight ends I can remember, yo. Yeah. My guy, Top Beast. I know one thing. Once we started to put the ball up in the air, we started to move the ball. The short range West Coast offensive style was not working until Getsy started to attack this defense. The thing about Top, everybody says that, bro, but you got to look at the nuance of the game. If Gardner Minshew doesn't have any time to throw the ball, how the hell are you going to attack? What are you attacking? You know what I mean? And guys, listen, Kelly Pereira said, yo, listen, Todd Christian was a beast. He was a beast, but we're talking about just from the blocking standpoint, right?
Right.
Todd Christian was a great receiving tight end. You know, Dave Casper. You know, Dave Casper was probably a better blocker than Todd Christensen. No?
Yeah.
Dave Casper was really, but we're talking about just from a blocking perspective, man.
Right.
My guy, Kevin BMW. Our home opener against Carolina next week, we have to keep the intensity. We cannot have a letdown. We need to steamroll that awful organization into the dirt. Listen, I'll be cool with a win. Bro. I don't need them to steamroll anybody. I just need us to win, bro. I need us to win and get out of that game healthy. Raymond Chester, too, was also a beast.
Yep. Okay.
Yo, S-Dot, he says, Parham, the perfect tight end blocker for off. See, bro, listen. This is my thing. S-Dot, if Dylan Parham was available and he was sitting on a bench, I would 100% agree with you to put him in and use him the way that the Raiders used to use John Feliciano.
Mm-hmm.
You remember how the Raiders would use John Feliciano? They would have him as the eligible receiver downfield, and they would, kind of, steamroll everybody back when KO and Huddy and them guys were here.
Yeah.
The thing is that Dylan Parham is our starting left guard, bro. I'm not going to upset the apple cart doing that.
Yeah. The other thing is Parham our issue? Like, I mean,
I don't think so, bro.
I don't think so either. The issue is the other side, the other guard. That's our problem.
Yeah, that's why you right now. Cody Whitehair, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, Yo, my man said Ken Novacek. You mean Jay Novacek? Yes, Jay Novacek was definitely a great tight end. He wasn't the greatest blocker in the world. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Gates, Marcel Simmons was a great tight end, but he was not a great blocker. And the reason why I don't have Antonio Gates up there with Tony Gonzalez and I don't have him up there with Gronk is because he couldn't do it all.
Yeah.
He could receive the hell out of the football, but he didn't block anybody.
He's a basketball player.
For real. Yo, the wasted word of the day is Zeus with 120 yards. That's the only thing I was wrong about today, Teaser. The F out of here, Danny. It's the only thing I was wrong about today, man. I mean, goddamn, does wasted have to be, I can't be 19 for 20 in my predictions today. Man, you go back and look at that video. Almost every parlay I gave hit. Almost every freaking fantasy football starter hit. I told you the Ravens was going to lose this game. I told you the Raiders were going to win. I don't want to hear your nonsense, Teaser. Get the F off of my lawn, Teaser. Tell your boo, yo. Teams flat out are telling Minshew to beat them and stack in the box with an assist from the O-line being cheeks. That's a fact, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson, man. But when we look at that, did Anthony Richardson score more fantasy points than because I picked Anthony Richardson to start over the rookie, Jaden Daniels. How did Jaden Daniels do today?
I think he didn't really do nothing spectacular. Last time I saw him, he had like a little over 100, like 150 yards passing. Like I don't even think he broke 200, bro. Like
the thing about AR was that AR fantasy wise, he might have scored about the same thing, but he turned the ball over 3 times.
Yeah.
That might have been a problem.
He's very volatile as far as like turnovers. Like that's the problem with Anthony Richardson. He'll put up some rushing yards and he'll put up big stats, but he turns over the ball a lot. So he's a
turnover machine, bro. He's a turnover machine. My guy Stevie Ray with the $5 holla, man. Salute, man. Appreciate you, man. Do we need to put Glaze at left guard? It's looking that way. It's looking that way. Now I know that the Raiders are probably waiting for Jackson Powers Johnson to get right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you put Glaze at left guard when he's actually, you're tackling waiting, you might upset the apple cart there. Now, I'm starting to feel like if Colt Miller is not playing any better, you'd have to experiment with taking Dylan Parham, putting Dylan Parham at left, and putting Glaze at right tackle, and Jackson Powers Johnson and going full youth. So now you'll have a guy that's like in his third or fourth. What's Parham? His third or fourth year? This is 4th year this year, right?
This is third.
This is third year, right? Third year, right? So Dylan Parham would be because Parham was our first pick the year that Devontae Adams was traded. We traded with our first pick, so that was our first pick, and then we took Zamir White in that draft. So okay, all right, So you have Dylan Parham here for the 3rd year, right? You'll have a bunch of guys that, you got a 2nd year guy, 3rd year guy too, and Thayer Mumford. You'll have 2 rookies, so that'll be a really, really young offensive line that can grow with this team. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you can get some consistent play out of those guys, I would probably, if Colton Miller doesn't get any healthier, man, I would probably explore that, man.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, also Thayer Mumford he plays guard before too. Maybe put Glaze, switch him up with Thayer Mumford, put Glaze out of right tackle. I don't know.
Well, see, and me, I had Thayer Mumford at left tackle, sitting Colton Miller down. So I would have Glaze at right, Thayer Mumford, who has played better at left tackle. You know what I'm saying? Taking JPJ, putting JPJ at the left guard, leaving Dylan Parham at right guard, and leaving Andre James there.
I'm all right with that too. I mean, especially if Colton Miller is still trying to deal with the shoulder injury and he's just kind of fighting through it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much where I am with that. Yo, my guy AC Yabar with the $2 sticker, man. Appreciate you. My guy Dixon Sider, man. Jim Pumps, OGs, and Raider wins. Shout out to you, Dixon Sider. That was nasty work there, man. What the F is wrong with you?
Yeah, bro. What
the F is wrong with you, man?
Shut your lame ass.
F is wrong with you, Dixon Sider. Come in here with all that nasty garbage. It's a PG show. Get the F out of here, man. Get your act together. Bang Zoom. That's right, man. Bang F and Zoom, man. F is wrong with you guys, man. Yo,
Jim Pumps is nasty work, bro.
Yeah, man, he's wilding, bro. Andre James, the weakest center in the league. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And I think that Andre James is just a necessary evil that we're going to deal with. You cannot move on from Andre James this year. He has such an oppressive cap hit this year. Next year, there's a trap door to get out of that contract. But Andre James's contract is a little oppressive for you. It just doesn't pay to cut Andre James. I'm gonna pull up his contract, man, really quickly, so you guys can understand what's going on here with this Andre James contract, man. My guy, Big Mike, man, you look like you were running out of steam, man. I am about to end this stream, man.
Man, yeah, I went to a birthday party yesterday, man, so I was up late.
Man, listen, but look, Big Mike, you don't gotta hang around with me, bro. You do not have to hang around with me, bro. I appreciate you, brother, for even pulling yourself up to this thing, man. You were wonderful. It was a day that they will always remember, the Titans. The day that Big Mike pulled up.
Appreciate you having me, bro. But yeah, I gotta
pulling up.
I'm burning some food too. So yeah, I gotta get rolling, man.
Yo, shout out to Big Mike. Thank you for pulling up, my brother. We only gonna stay live for another 5 minutes, so I'll see you a little later, brother. I'll holler at you, bro.
All right, bro.
Peace. Yo, so all right, guys, let's get in this Andre James contract, guys. Andre James contract. I'm gonna share this with you guys really quickly. Let me stop that one. Let me share this thing. Boom. Andre James contract is a little oppressive, guys. It is a little oppressive. Now, his base salary is $4 million. Signing bonus is 1.7. Roster bonus is $450,000. Workout bonus $100,000. The cap hit is $6 million, man. And if you do cut Andre James this year, he's a dead cap hit of $13 million, man. That's huge. You can't do it. 2025, you might not want to do it either, because he's going to have a cap hit of $7 million. 2026, it gets more advantageous. $1.7 million cap hit. I think we're kind of in the Andre James business for the next 2 years, man. We are in the Andre James business for the next 2 years, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Yo, shout out to Bet US, man. Shout out to Bet US, man. Bet US. You know, this stream has been powered by Bet US. I'm gonna get another one of these out of the way for you guys too, man. Bet US, man. Fast and easy withdrawal process. You get 150% on your first deposit. You get 125% on your next 2 deposits, all with the code of YouTube 150. You guys go on over there and check Bet US, man. This show and this entire stream is empowered by Bet US. Shout out to y'all, and shout out to my guy Chris for Raiders gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited with Wasted Talent memberships, guys. You guys know what it is, but guys, we are gonna get out of here. Love all of you guys, man. Enjoy the win. Enjoy your time, man, with your families, man. It is so much better when we win games, man. I'm going to get out of here, man. You guys have a terrific, terrific night. And like I told you, this stream has been powered by Bet US. We are going to get out of here. I am out like yesterday, man. Love all of y'all. Y'all have a terrific, terrific freaking night. Go Raiders, man. I'm going to go try to get my voice back, y'all. Peace.